Leader of the Opposition.
Mr President, my question without notice is to the Minister for Roads, Freight and Maritime. Minister, have you or your staff met with or spoken to either Paul or Chris Burton, who are directors of Burton's Contractors, recipients of $150 million worth of New South Wales road contracts, who have left dozens of subcontractors unpaid, and if so, provide the House with the details of any such meetings?
Good question.
Oh, you should have been watching the House.
Oh, didn't go anywhere there.
Mr President, I thank the honourable member for his question, and Roads and Maritime and the New South Wales Government takes the issue of contractor insolvency and the impact on subcontractors very seriously. The awarding of New South Wales Government contracts is entirely transparent, from tender advertising through to successful tender details being published online. Roads and Maritime undertakes careful financial assessments of tendering contractors in accordance with New South Wales Government guidelines prior to the awarding of major contracts. Currently, Burton Contractors Pty Ltd has been engaged by Roads and Maritime Services to complete 3 major growth road projects, which are contract awarded in April 2014 for the $96 million Richmond Road Upgrade Stage 2, contract awarded in August 2014 for the $85 million 2.4 kilometre Great Western Highway upgrade at Kelso, and a contract awarded January 2015 for the $70 million upgrade of the Werrington Arterial Road. I am advised there are no known issues with payments to contractors on these roads and maritime projects. In December 2014, prior to awarding the most recent contract, Roads and Maritime commissioned an independent financial assessment of Burton Contractors. I am advised this assessment raised no issues with Burton's, its owners or directors. According to RMS, Burton Contractors Pty Ltd has been a pre-qualified contractor since 2001. I am advised that the Burton directors originally also involved in Keystone Projects Group had left that company in late 2014, several months before Keystone went into liquidation. I am further advised the latest independent financial assessment of Burton Contractors Pty Ltd was commissioned by Roads and Maritime in January 2016 as part of RMS ongoing assessment of contractors. This assessment also raised no issue with Burton, its owners or directors. I am further advised that Roads and Maritime has not engaged Keystone Projects Group for any RMS...
Point of order. Order.
Point of order.
The Honourable walks second on a point of order.
The point of order goes to relevance. The question was very clear. It asked if the minister or his staff have met with Paul or Chris Burton. It was very clear and very specific, and he has deviated.
Order. I have the gist of the honourable member's point of order. The question was indeed a good deal lengthier than the member is characterising it now, and the minister was entirely in order in the answer he
Hear. And it's a cracker of an answer.
Mr President, I am further advised that Roads and Maritime has not engaged Keystone Projects Group or any RMS projects, including before that company went into liquidation in July 2015. This government has put in place stronger regulation and protecting subcontractors and tightening up the building industry, which my colleague, the Honourable Greg Pearce, championed in genuine reform to assist subcontractors, something Labor never managed to do. Any attempt to slur our stringent tender process is a slur on the good name of our diligent public servants in RMS. And frankly, it is not something I will tolerate. It is frankly disgraceful and disgusting from the ALP. Mr. President, Mr. President, I have met at the beginning of Mr. President, I have met at the beginning of construction of the Werrington Arterial the members of the Burton family who were there when we dug the first site, as I do on most. You wouldn't have met with many because you've never started any roads. Honourable people that were working out there.
Has expired.
Supplementary question.
Come on.
Supplementary question.
The Honourable Adam Searle on a supplementary question.
In light of the Minister's answer, particularly the last part of the answer, can the Minister elucidate whether that was the only meeting he had with members of the Burton family and which ones?
Mr. President, had I had more time, I would have been able to say, no, it's not the only meeting I've had with members of the Burton family. I met with some other members of the Burton family on work on the Great Western Highway at Kelso. Work that they are doing a great job on at the moment. There is terrific work happening. I have no idea which members of the family. I know it's a family.
I can't recall.
The Honourable Member is well aware that interjections are disorderly at all times. If the Honourable Member keeps interjecting at that sort of volume, I'll have no other choice but to call into order.
Mr. President, there is a proper process in place in this state for the awarding of tenders. This company has won tenders in at least 2 divisions, perhaps 3 different divisions of RMS, properly administered and properly awarded. For this sleazy lot to try and degrade the work that there
Point
has
of order,
been
Mr.
done
President.
by honourable public servants on a daily basis is just disgraceful. And from here, it is expected.
There's a point of order from the Honourable Walt Secord.
Point of order, Mr. President. There have been many rulings in this chamber about the use of the word sleazy. It is unparliamentary. To you, sleazy is scrutiny on our side.
Order. If the Honourable Member had read the relevant President's rulings and standing orders, he'd be well aware that there's no point of order. The Minister has the floor.
Mr. President, isn't it unbelievable that the person that's prosecuting the case on sleaze for the ALP is...
Point of order, Mr. President.
The Honourable Walt Secord on a point of order.
Mr. President, my point of order, he is making imputations, and I ask him, and reflections on me, and I ask that you ask him to withdraw.
It's your strategy that's crashing, burning.
Order. Someone's taken my coffee.
Failed in the lower house.
Such a bad loser.
No, I just worked quite well here, Peter.
Anyway,
Give it up.
go.
No.
I don't have my coffee. I will not rule on that matter at the moment. I will rule at the end of question time on whether or not that was an imputation. The Minister has the call to conclude his answer.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Mr. President.
Mr. President.
Please, the Minister.
Point of order, Mr. President.
The Honourable Duncan Gay on a point of order.
Point of order. The honourable member referred to me as a sleazy member.
That's not
A
true.
sleazy minister. It is true, Mr. President. Look, if you want to say it,
Order, please.
fess up.
Order,
You're
please.
gutless.
The Minister will resume his seat. Order. Bars honourable members to take a deep breath, and we will go on with question time. I will rule on those relevant points of order at the end of question.